Link in the description.
Warning: the following content contains strong language and may not be suitable for children. This content is primarily for adults, as this is a trucking channel and truckers have filthy mouths. Please don't tweak if I say viewer discretion is advised.
What's going on? What's going on? Come on in. Make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on all post notifications. If you are in need of commercial insurance for your semi-truck, box truck, cargo van business, there's a link in the description below for Log Rock. Make sure you guys click that link in the description. Up for renewal, need a cheaper commercial insurance solution for the next 12 months. Click the link in the description below for Log Rock, official sponsor of the channel. Come on in, guys. Make sure you click that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications. Let's get this show on the road. I know I'm late. I rescheduled a couple times, but if you watch the channel, I told you more remodeling, so contractors in and out, noisy, steady pushing it back, steady pushing it back. They just left to do a run, bringing more materials in, so it's going to probably get a little noisy. I'm probably going to have to do an intermission and go back and forth. They're going to be coming in with material, so it may get noisy. So just, bear with me. All right, let's get this roll call going. Shout out to Eric Guyton, who insures Final Mile truck business. A bunch of insurance companies insure Final Mile. Shout out to D Block in the building. Shout out to Pippi. Shout out to the moderators in the building. Shout out to Danny Wayne. Danny Wayne is a very complex individual. He checks in from time to time, normally like around election time, or like there's some big, something big happened in the country. So not surprised to see Danny Wayne in the chat. How you doing, Danny Wayne? How is our country? It's fine to me. Country's fine to me, man. This is what you make of it, bro. It's what you make of it. Big Mark gonna go get it regardless. I keep telling you, I don't care who you put in the White House. You can put Big Bird, Oscar the Grouch. It don't matter. Big Mark gonna go get it. It gonna go get it regardless. I don't care. You could put four in them in the White House. You could put Man in the White House. I don't give a goddamn who's in the White House. I'm gonna go get it. I gotta have it. I got to have it. I can't do without it. So, country fine to me, big dog. Shout out to Pippi. Shout out to the moderator. Shout out to Moving Company Hustle in the building. Who else we got? Shout out to Junior. What's up? Shout out to Jonathan in the building. All right, cool. Let's get started, because I'm probably going to breeze through this. And I need to, man, it's the first Monday of the year. And you got all these New Year resolution people coming to the gym today. I ain't got time to play with these non-disciplined people. I ain't got time to play with them this year, man, hogging up all the machines. So we need to get there before FNAB. You dig what I'm saying? Because these people want to come in for the next 30 days and just waste time, and I ain't got time for that. So we need to get this show on the road. You dig what I'm saying? Shout out to who was this? Eddie Kim in the building, repping NYC. Shout out to V Styles in the building. All right, boom. Let's talk about it. I want to talk about person who's coming in. A lot of people come in, average price or average amount of money on the average, a person who does save up about 20 grand. All right. So I wanted to get the top 5 businesses that you can start with a box truck business. All right. But I'm going to go in reverse order. So I'm going to go count from 5 to 1, right? From the worst, obviously, to the best. So there's plenty of things you could do with a box truck. I know the most promoted, is OTR. But I think if people really look at all the options of things that you can do with a box truck, you'd be surprised. I think if people couple that with just doing research in their market, seeing what their market has to offer, you may come out better doing something else than OTR in a box truck. Me personally, you know how I feel about OTR, but then again, you also know what my home market is, which, you know, if I were a new entrant or any people that are coming into this business from my market, I always redirect them elsewhere other than OTR for obvious reasons. So we're going to get into the top 5 things, and we're going to go in reverse order from 5 to 1. And I got some images that I want to pull up here just for, you know, to make the show a little better. Let's see. Give me, and just you know, bear with me this week. Bear with me the next 2 weeks, man. I got a lot going on in here, so you know I'm kind of all over the place. You dig? All right, let's get this show on the road. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications. Boom. We going in reverse order. Top 5. You got 20 grand. You got 20 grand. That's all you got. You want to start a box truck business. Top 5. Number 5, OTR. Number 5, OTR, man. Look, it's at the bottom of the list for me, man. It's at the bottom of the list for me, man. To me, if you got a dub sack and you want to start, to me, this is at the bottom for me. It's the worst thing. Why? A lot of fuel is going to eat you alive. Most people is going to eat alive, especially if you only got $20. Maintenance, a lot more maintenance because you run in the truck a lot more. You working that truck harder. More cost, tolls, hotels, food, just more variable costs, man. Just way more variable costs. You're away from home. All right. A lot of stress, a lot of emotional stress. What I've come to learn is a lot of guys, especially in today's times, we longer the days when a person could get into trucking and be away for weeks and months at a time. People can't stay away that long. There's just too many distractions nowadays. Too many distractions, man. You got social media distracting you. You know, the women are more promiscuous nowadays than they were before. So you got a lot of people that's got to get home, man, to check on their woman and stuff because they're worried about somebody back home tapping it and shit like that. So I noticed that a lot of guys are really, really stressed while they out over the road because they can't focus and they just worrying about shit. So delays in payment, settlement delays in payment, you're not paid, you know, instantly. Yeah, you can get quick pay and things like that, but you're not paid instantaneously like some of the other things that you could do with a box truck. It's just, to me, it's just, especially if you come from a market, a bigger market where there's more local opportunities where you can make the same or more money. Obviously, if you come from a small market and local opportunities just don't exist or they're not prevalent like that, then OTR may be the only solution for you. But if you come from a market and there's other alternatives, and here's the thing, it may require more work. It may require hard work. I think a lot of people go OTR because it's easier labor. I want to get the best bang for my buck. If I got to work harder to make more money with this asset, then so be it. I want to get the most out of the asset. I don't want the truck to be a liability. I want it to be an asset. I want to milk it. To me, I look at a truck like a slave. I'm gonna beat it. I'm gonna work it. I'm gonna work it. I'm gonna work it. It's a slave to me. It has no feelings. It has no emotions. I'm gonna do to that truck what them people did to my people years ago. That's how I look at the truck. I look at the truck like Toby. I'm gonna be the slave master. I need to get everything out of it. All right. So that's how I look at it, man. That's how I look at it. I think OTR, you know, and I'm not downing it. I'm not downing it. It's just there's other things to do where you can make a lot more money with a box truck. So it's a lot of risk, right? Slow pay. The margins are very, very tight. All right. So boom. Next. Regional, short haul, and local. I look at it similar to OTR. You're just not going that far. Still tight margins. You got deadhead. You got delayed pay. Broker controlled rates. You have less say so on how you operate, and you have less say so on what you really get paid. Payment delays, fuel sensitive margins, equipment requirements. We kind of talked the other day as far as equipment requirements. Some brokers just won't allow you to, operate with certain trucks of a certain year. I don't like that. Me personally, I don't like that, man. I don't like a person dictating to me how much money I can get. If you telling me I can't operate with a truck older than a specific year, to me, you telling me, man, you kind of contributing to what my profit margin is going to look like. You got say so. To me, that's like you got say so on how much money I'm gonna make. That's how I look at it. And I don't necessarily like that. I want to get the most bang for my buck. I want to get the most bang for my buck. I think this model and the previous one, 5 and 4, I think it punishes inefficiencies. These two niches are where most people fail. For the reasons that I'm stating. When you see these call-in shows and whether they calling in on the link or on the hotline, you rarely hear problems. If all, I can't think of one from Final Mile Moving. It's always OTR. Always. It's hard for a lot of people to navigate, especially when you don't know your numbers, especially when you don't have working capital. Even people that have working capital, let's say may know their numbers, then they fall into the pitfall of being over the road. There's a guy in my Discord who's doing pretty good. The last quarter of the year, he hit some run-ins. He had the working capital, but it's the over the road now. He spent a lot of his working capital getting those trucks. I think he had like 3 trucks go down at the same time out of 4. So he kind of burnt through a lot of his working capital, but still he's just like, man, I don't want to be over the road no more. I want to come home. He's burnt out after just a couple years, like two years. So that's number 4, similar to number 5. All right, number 3. This is a good one. You don't really hear a lot of people talk about it. This is something that I did for a short period of time. I started a junk removal business some years ago, and I talked about it before. It was with a partner, someone that came to me with some money and wanted to start a business and just really didn't know what to do, how to manage a business, and wanted to do something and ask would I partner with him and get it up and going, and then I would exit time down the line. Did it for about a year. Pretty good business. But I think this is a good business alternative to OTR. Now, this is a messy business, but it's a lot of money in this. It's a lot of money in junk removal, man, especially if you're in a big market. All right. Here's where a lot of people mess up in junk removal. They don't know how to price the job. All right. I used to go out on these jobs because I wanted to learn the business. One of the main reasons I went out on a lot of the jobs when we were getting started was learning how to price. I knew I was going to take losses, right? Because with this, you got to price it up front, right? You got to go in, you got to look at what needs to be removed, and then you got to kind of measure it and estimate it, right? So you got to go in. I could go into, let's say, a basement, and if it's a full basement, I got to know how many times I'm going to go to the dump. I need to know how much this is going to weigh because the dump charges by the ton, and I need to get it right. I can't go back to the customer and be like, yo, I paid more at the dump than what I estimated, so now I got to charge you more money. It don't work like that. And I think this is where a lot of people mess up. This is why you got to have working capital so you can learn. But the difference between this and like OTR, you getting paid at the end of the job. A lot more money too, depending on how big the job is, right? You just got to know how to price the job out. You got to know that household goods, furniture, things that you may be removing from a basement way less than, let's say, if someone's had a pool dig up, or they did some yard work and you're removing dirt, or you're removing, like concrete or cinder blocks and shit like that. That shit weighs more. It's charged differently at the dump, but you got to understand that. You got to understand if they got you removing mattresses are charged more at the dump. Tires are charged more, right? Certain things are charged different. Certain things weigh different. If you know you're working and you're hauling stuff away that's outside, you got to factor in, did it rain the day before? This stuff may be soggy. It's going to be wet. It's going to add more weight. All right. The dump doesn't, the scale doesn't account for, you know what? It weighed this, but we know this was outside and it's soggy, so it's heavier. That's not how it works. And this is how a lot of people get messed up at pricing these jobs at the beginning. They end up taking losses because they'll go in and they'll price a job, and then they'll get to the dump, and the dump will eat up all their profits because they didn't know how to properly estimate the job, right? So it's a lot of labor. I had a 7x14, PJ, trailer, right? I didn't start my junk removal business with a box truck. I was, at that time, capital and shit like that. So if you're starting with a box truck, you're gonna have to unload the truck manually at the dump. All right, you got to work with what you got, right? So a lot of labor at the load. You may have to do a lot of breaking stuff down. It's a certain word I'm looking for. I got the word on the tip of my tongue. I just can't think of it right now. But a lot of the times when I was going on those jobs, when I was learning the business, certain things like coming out of a home to make more room in the trailer, take a sledgehammer to it, right? More labor. So it was more than just putting, let's say, shit that was coming out the basement onto the back of the trailer. I'm trying to make as much room because I only want to make one trip. So if it's, let's say, like there's furniture there that's wood, I'm taking a sledgehammer to it. It's going to the dump anyway. I'm breaking that dresser all the way down. I'm breaking that chest all the way down. If we got to break that couch down, anything that I can deconstruct and break down, right, and flatten it and make more room so we can get more room in the trailer, then that's what I'm going to do, right? So that's more labor, right? Messy. You don't know what type of shit you going into. It's junk removal. You may be going in to remove somebody who got bed bugs, right? The movers ain't going to touch it. Smart movers ain't going to touch it. Might be a place where they can't put it out to the curb, right? So now you got to know, if the customer tells you white suit up, you got a trailer, I wouldn't throw that in the back of a dump box truck. I would do that in a trailer because it's out in the elements. So whatever infestation is there, it'll eventually get washed away with the rain, or it'll just crawl out and go on about its business. Box truck, not so much. But you going into basements that this shit have been down there for years. So you're going to be dealing with cobwebs. You're going to be dealing with spiders. You may be dealing with, mice feces. You're going to be dealing with some shit that's probably moldy. So you need to make sure you got your PPE, right? It's a messy job. You may go do a garage clean out. You may do a backyard clean out. You may have to crawl in some crawl spaces and do crawl spaces clean outs, attic clean outs. You might have to do a gut rehab clean out. So now you're dealing with, when you go into a place and they're gutting it out, and once they pull up the floor and tear out the walls, you get that smell from like the subfloor and all that shit, that open smell. It's not like that regular smell when you go into a unit, that open smell, because everything is open. So you got dust flying and shit. It's a dirty, messy job. It's a dirty, messy job. To me, it's way better than OTR. To me, it's more money. It is more money. I know it's more money, but it's also more work. It's a lot. It's messy. If you a pretty boy, if you scared to get your hands dirty, if you scared that something might pop up and jump up on you, a spider or something, it ain't gonna work for you. Suit up, tie your hair up, and go ahead and get that money. I think it's way cheaper to start, right? Especially if you got 20 in a box truck because you're not over the road. The jobs are local. You going somewhere, the truck is parked, and you running into the nearest dump. Or you running into the dump that's the most affordable so you can increase your profit margin. But there's work associated with it. You have to market this business. You're going to get a lot of money, but you got to market. 1-800-GOT-JUMP is probably the best marketers in this particular business for obvious reasons. Then you got like Junk Kings. Then you got college hunks moving junk. But there's plenty of opportunity for a small startup if you know how to market yourself and you know how to sell. When I first got started in the junk removal business, there was a service, an app that was around. It's been acquired since then called Home Advisor. I don't know if some of you guys remember Home Advisor. It was like an alternative to Thumbtack, just way more expensive. But I noticed that I was getting way more leads on Home Advisor for the junk removal business than I was on Thumbtack. The leads were just more expensive. And it was a big contributing factor. Angie's Leads bought them now. Angie's List, now Angie's Leads bought them. It was a lot of I got a lot of opportunity from Home Advisor. One of the opportunities I got was a homeowners association where they had a contractor come through and clean all the gutters, and he was taking all the branches and shit like that and bagging everything up and tossing them onto the lawn. So that whole HOA, you just had all these bags, and they called and wanted a quote. They said, "Hey, all the gutters are getting cleaned in the HOA, and we need a company to come remove all the debris." I've done demo cleanouts. We've done demo. Like one of the jobs I remember when I was out in the field learning was a basement demo in Holloway. Tore out the walls, tore up the floor, hauled it away, charged them. Basement cleanouts, garage cleanouts, backyard cleanouts, did it all. Very messy, but going into that business, already being successful in moving and final mile, I knew how to market it. I knew sales already. Had 10 years of sales already. Had 10 years of marketing. So I knew how to, from the very start, market the business. I knew how to dress up the website. I knew the uniform color. We're not going to go a traditional navy blue. We're going to go lime green. The logo is going to be like a caution logo with the company name. So marketing plays a big role. What else for junk removal? Lot of big money opportunities, estate cleanouts, commercial cleanouts, construction jobs. Big money. There's jobs you can, with a OTR box truck, or let's say an LTL regional box truck, would have to take them a week to do. You could do that. You can get that type of gross in a day, depending on the job. So a lot of opportunity for junk removal in a box truck. The only thing that I tell people when they ask me about junk removal in a box truck is, if you do decide to go all in on junk removal, don't try to, do junk removal and do other things. Then I'm going to call you nasty. If you say, yo, I'm going to do junk removal, then I expect you to do just junk removal, because once you put shit in the back of that truck, then that's just a junk truck. You can't do junk removal and then try to turn around on the weekend and try to do a household goods move or try to deliver something to somebody. You nasty if you do that. Don't put nobody's household goods in a trunk that you're doing junk removal 95% of the time. You don't know what's in the back of that truck. And that's the thing when you decide to do junk removal with an enclosed box trucks, you got to start where you can start. Because if you do a dump trailer, when I bought my dump trailer, I bought it brand new. It was a 7x14, and it was 10 grand. You can get a 7x14, 10 grand. I wanted the high walls, the cargo net, all that, because I didn't want to have the walls built. So I bought it with the walls already built. But the thing with the dump trailer, it's easier at the unload, right? Because you just open up the box where you got the remote, you hit the remote and the shit just slides out. So it's less labor. You don't got to manually unload it at the dump, but you got to have something to pull the trailer. If you don't got a strong truck, strong pickup truck, or maybe a strong 3,500 cargo van, or a strong pickup truck, or a strong box truck to pull it, then you got to also buy that because you need to pull that. So if you're starting with 20 grand and you got to start with an enclosed box truck, keep in mind you're doing junk removal. The back of that truck is going to be nasty. That's all you should be doing. All right. You shouldn't try to do final mile or, oh, I need a mattress picked up. No, you can't do it. That's nasty. All right. Let's go to number 2. Number 2 is going to be final mile delivery. Steady volume. There's structure there, right? And a lot of people need structure. It's predictable. You know what you got. If you got a 5-day, 6-day, 7-day a week contract, every day you got work for the most part. Your routes are repeated. You're dealing with professional accounts from big box retailers. You're dealing with 3PLs that understand, logistics. It's pretty much guaranteed for you. Problem, there's a middleman there. The 3PL, probably taking 45, 50% of your revenue off the top. The margins are tight, not as tight as OTR, right? Your fuel is lower than OTR. You have more labor, especially if you do big and bulky. You have to pay a second person. Nowadays, right, some companies don't insure final mile. Wasn't always like that, right? What I've come to realize is just people are way more careless now. People are more careless, and a lot of insurance companies are walking away from final mile. They don't want to be responsible for anybody crossing the threshold. It's not more so about the actual good that you're delivering. It's more so about crossing the threshold and what happens once you cross the threshold. The damages that happen in the home are way more than your $3,000-$4,000 washer and dryer. Way more. A floor now, you could used to get a floor done for maybe 1,000, 1,200, 1,300 square foot worth of flooring 5-6 years ago, $3,000. It's double, more than double now. So if you are delivering, let's say a washer, a dryer, let's say a refrigerator to a home, and you scratch the floor, it's not as simple as just taking care of that scratch. The whole floor has to be done. If it's 1,000, 1,100, 1,200 square feet worth of flooring, looking at about $6-7 grand. If it's just a natural hardwood floor. If it's like a more expensive wood, it's going to be more. So since people are more careless now, and I'm telling you what I know, and some of you are obviously you're gonna agree, especially if you've been in the business for a while. People are just careless, man. Back in the day, a person would go into a person's home and they would treat the customer's home as if it was theirs. They would treat the goods as if it was theirs. They'd go above and beyond to ensure things weren't damaged. I had last year, and it's not to bring up, I promise you I'm not, trying to stir up any mess. But I had a whole war with somebody last year. And the only thing I was trying to do was help, this from what I seen as far as doing a delivery and lowering the opportunity for a claim to happen. I see people wheeling people dollies through people's homes with no floor runners down. All types of stuff I see now. That was just unheard of back in the day. So the first question when I came on the live was, where can I get insurance for final mile delivery? This was not a question 7, 8 years ago. I'm getting this question a lot because companies are just moving. There's too many claims. I talk to a lot of 3PLs, behind the scenes execs. From time to time, the 3PLs will pay me to advise them. And I don't really talk about it. See, I get money from the big dogs. I rob the rich and give to the poor. I'm like Robin Hood. I rob the rich and give to the poor. The reason why 3PLs come to me is because I'm the liaison between them and the contractor. They don't speak the contractor language, especially nowadays. They can't speak foreign them. They can't speak man in them. And they can't speak Spanish. They're not tapped in with the culture. They know Big Mark tapped in with the culture. And the biggest thing that we talk about on these Zoom calls is claims. They're up more than 20%. I think it was 28, 30%. That's a big number. That's a big number. And we are in a time period where people don't have working capital. You got more people coming in to the business and they're filing, I call them weak ass claims. You get a $3,000 claim, you eat that. What you mean, Mark? That's why I got insurance. Oh, this is commercial. This ain't your car insurance, big dog. This ain't personal insurance. You wanted to pay with the big boys. This is how we don't file claims on our insurance for $2,000 and $3,000. We don't file claims on our insurance for $4,000. Well, Mark, what am I supposed to do? You pay that out your pocket. Huh? Any broker will tell you that. Granted, I didn't know. First claim I ever got, I called my broker. Another thing is a lot of these guys don't got brokers. And if they got brokers, they got like these kids. They really ain't brokers. They like agents for Progressive and shit like that. They really ain't got brokers. I was blessed because I had people that I knew that were in business, not in trucking. My homie that owned a liquor store hooked me up with my accountant and my broker, right? So I had tenured accountant, tenured broker. These guys are older, had been in business 20 plus years when I was referred to them. So I got old school people referred to me. My broker's like, yo, Mark, you might want to take care of this one on your own. Swear to God, first call I called was a little, I forgot what it was, a couch or chair, whatever it was. Like $1,500, $2,000, whatever it was. He said, Mark, this is a little bit different. He explained it to me the way I'm explaining to you. Commercial insurance is different. You want to save your claims for the big stuff. This is exactly what he told me. And then he went into an explanation. I've only filed one claim, 55 grand. I've talked about it plenty times. It was the awning and the driver backed into the dock. Every claim that I've had, paid it out of pocket. And I've had some claims. We've talked about some of them. But you got a lot of guys running to commercial insurance with pussy ass claims. $2,000 and $3,000, that's pussy shit. If you don't got $2,000-$3,000, then you should not be doing this. I'm just keeping it a buck. I don't mean to offend anybody, but it's the real. If they see, yo, we keep getting people coming to us with these little bitty claims, they're not covering this stuff out of pocket, yeah, they're gonna drop you. But then if that starts to can just keep going on and it increases, you're gonna see more and more insurance companies just moving away from it, like you see now. This is business. That's the biggest issue with number two. If you can conquer that, then you'll be fine. You conquer that by doing an efficient job, making sure that you have the right materials, making sure that you have the right tools, making sure that you have teams that are trained properly. You don't have training anymore. You saw the lady call up. You seen a lady call up a few weeks before that, everybody trying to do final mile. They can't train. The lady that called up last week, Mark, I don't know. She thank God for her. She was finally one of the women that called up and said, yeah, you were right. I didn't think. I don't understand why y'all don't think like fat meat ain't greasy. I don't understand why people think fat meat ain't greasy. Go in your kitchen, look at your refrigerator and try to lift it. Try to lift it and move it from one side of the room to the other without banging the wall or scratching the floor. Or take it and try to move it up and down the stairs in your home. Now imagine doing that over and over and over and over and over again. Now imagine you not being there and somebody else you trust in, or a team or a multitude of teams you got out there every single day doing it over and over and over. You think a mistake ain't gonna happen? Of course a mistake is gonna happen. Why? Because people aren't perfect. They may not do it intentionally. Sometimes it may be done intentionally because of lack of training. But sometimes mistakes just happen. And guess what? When those mistakes happen, $1,000, $1,500, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, you pay that shit out of pocket. You file a claim for $3,000, $4,000, they gonna cover it, they gonna drop your ass. Now you got dropped for $3,000. And then you come to me and I'm just gonna be like, that ain't shit. The biggest issue. But in this list of 1 through 5, it's number 2. Because you can get a better bang for your buck. I'm about the money. I don't do nothing as it pertains to business, but nothing but the money. The money is the root. It's the number one, then everything providing jobs and all that shit comes down the line. First, number one is about the money. Anybody that tell you it's not about the money, they just trying to make they seem like they some type of humanitarian or something. Man, don't nobody start no business but for the money. So whatever I do, I want to get the best bang for my buck. And to me, a person that got a dub, 20 grand, and they looking to start something with a box truck, this is going to be number 2. You got better profit margins, an opportunity to make way more money. So I talked about the positives of it. I talked about the negatives of it. Obviously, number one negative being the claims. I don't know if I mentioned it. Middleman, there is a middleman aspect. Number 5, number 4, And number two, all have middlemen. All have middlemen. People that touch your bread before you touch it. They got to get theirs off the top. Number three, which is junk removal, it's you and the customer, 100%. You get 100% of revenue. Just a way more messy job. More messier than any other jobs listed, but a lot more labor than 4 and 5. We got number two. I think we already know what number one is going to be. Local moving. I know people hate it, and that's fine. I don't care. But at the end of the day, ain't shit you can do in a box truck that you're going to make more money. People troll me all the time. Why they sleeping on a bench? Big Mar's still in the house. What a person gonna go do for a week and a half, one truck could do that in a day. It's gonna be work. It's gonna be work. But if you're not scared of hard work, then it shouldn't be a problem. The number one most important thing is you control the pricing. Just like junk removal. You control the pricing. You don't take losses. If you take a loss in a move, it's because you damaged something. You broke something, you don't want to file a claim, and you're just paying it out of pocket. There's a profit margin on every single aspect of the business, down to the labor. You charge a customer $50 a man. Average pay, you're paying them $20, $25 an hour. You make 100% profit margin off the labor. See, business is about numbers. I say it all the time. You make money off the labor. You make money off the truck. You make money off the material. Everything, there's a markup. There's no middleman. None of that. The only way you lose is if you don't know what you're doing and you're going in people's homes tearing shit up. You get paid the same day. As soon as the job is over, get the customer's credit card, swipe, tap, money in your account. No middleman. High paying jobs, right? If you are experienced enough to do commercial moves, office moves, long distance moves, large family dwellings, 5-bedroom, 6-bedroom, 4-bedroom, 3-bedroom homes. A 3-bedroom home or 3-bedroom apartment, just booking a job, you're going to make more than $1,000. For sure. And every aspect of it, you're profiting from it. Mileage, fuel, everything. And moving, in comparison to like your OTR, your short hauls, even junk removal, because junk removal is priced out flat. Yo, I need you to do a basement clean out. How much? I go in, I look at the basement. I'm scanning the room. You know what? You want those bricks over there that's stacked up in the corner? You want that hauled out too? Okay, bet. So I know that's going to be more weight. All this, doing that armor going to be heavy. So I know 2,000 pounds is a ton. It's more than 2,000 pounds. It's probably somewhere between 1 to 2 tons. Yeah, so I know Tri-State charged me $100 a ton. So I'm just going to bill her for 2.5 tons, so I'm gonna bill her $250 for the dump. The dump shouldn't cost me no more than $2, but I'm just gonna say $250 for good measure. Bake that in there. 2 guys, 3 guys can do this. We can get it done. 3-4 hours. I give them a quote. Right? I'm quoting it based off what I see, but if we run into any unforeseen situations, it's going to hit me. With moving, the time is the time. We charge about an hour, baby. Whatever happens, that's shit on the customer. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. I had a job, and this is a great example. I use it all the time of, a customer having to pay for an unforeseen situation. There was a job that I was on during the pandemic here in Chicago. No alley, one-way street, nowhere to park. Obviously, everybody's working from home. But even if it wasn't an everybody work from home situation, that area is just always no parking. So we had to double park. Cars could go past, but trucks, vans, garbage trucks, UPS, FedEx, Amazon vehicles, other box trucks, garbage trucks couldn't get by. Cars could get by. A pickup truck could get by. But every time, like one of those types of vehicles had to come by, had to move the truck. So whatever was staged at the back of the truck as the crew was bringing shit out, because I was packing, I had to put all that stuff, secure it, pull the ramp up, push the ramp in, close the door, and drive around this block. And it was one of them long blocks up north. I forget the street. I think it was Argyle, right off of Argyle and Broadway. I had to drive and do it. And this is a busy block because Lakeshore Drive exit on Belmont is right there. And a lot of cars, was just a lot of traffic. It's a long block that goes from like inner Lakeshore Drive to Broadway. I had to do that 19 times. And we were at the low. I had to do that 19 times. I started counting like after the 4th or 5th time. I had to do it 19 times. So, of course, that prolonged the job. The customer understood. She knew it was nothing we could do about it. You stop the clock? Absolutely not. That ain't got nothing to do with us. That's not our problem. We didn't tell her to move on this block. We didn't design the street after the Great Chicago Fire. The city should have put an alley in maybe, but it is no alley. So there's nothing else I can do. Can I be a nice guy, I guess, and just stop the clock every time I do it? I guess. But guess what? These other 2 guys that are on the truck with me, I can't stop hey, y'all, every time I move the truck, I got to stop y'all. Like, 1, why would I do that? It would be too much work. And 2, they're at work. Contractor. Yo. Hold on a second. Let me. So I had to move the truck 19 times, and the clock kept rolling. The clock doesn't stop. Once the truck pulls up, clock starts. Clock don't start till the job is over. Moving the truck increased that job by about an hour, about 1.5 hours. You run into unforeseen situations in OTR, short, LTL, regional, um, uh, uh, um, uh, 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 um, junk removal, final mile. It happens all the time. It happens all the time in final mile. You think you finna just go in and drop off this refrigerator's washer and dryer, and it's just a obstacle from hell. You're getting paid the same for the stop in most cases. But now a 20-minute stop has turned into an hour and 15 minutes. You done got all the way up to the third floor, and now you got to go all the way back down for whatever reason, and then go up the gangway, and then go up them 3 flights. Then you might have to go through and navigate through, and say it's a couch. Now you got to navigate through the back door, when if it would have just fit up the front way, which it fit up, but then when they open the door, it's one of them old apartments where when you swing the door open, it's a wall right there that's too close, and it's a long couch, and you can't tuck it under. So now we got to go down 3 flights through the gangway and come up 3 flights in the back. And then now we got to maneuver this couch through the kitchen, through the hallway, through the dining area to get it to the living room. But before we do that, you got to move shit out the way. The refrigerator is right by the damn back door. So now the back door don't swing. So we got to move the refrigerator to the side so we can swing the door, because we might have to take the door off, or we may need the door to swing all the way open, but it can't swing all the way open because the refrigerator there. So now we got to take time to do that. With moving, all that time is accounted for and paid for. So time is money. Time equals money. The more effort, the more capital. If you're willing to put in more effort based off your experience, more money you can make. I think a lot of people want to put in too much effort at the beginning, as far as I'm talking about taking these big jobs. I was talking to somebody recently. Who was I talking to? Was it on the channel? Make sure you hit that like button. We got 80 people. We only got 42 likes. That's not 50%. It's close, but it's not. Well, actually, it is 50%. Now it is, since we got 83. Oh, not no more. Let's get those lights up. I was talking to somebody. I think it was a Congo guy. Just came into moving and just wanted to move mansions, thinking mansions is, that's cool, but you still want to work your way up to that. For a multitude of reasons. If you start at the bottom and you work your way up to that, then you'll be rewarded, with those big moves and those long distance moves. And then you'll start getting corporate moves, and then you'll start getting network moves. You got to work your way up to that. Discipline will bring you skill. The more trucks you have, obviously, after you master the first one, the more money you make. Your pay is faster. Your pricing is controlled. And the biggest thing of all, and I know a lot of people ain't gonna know it, because what have we learned? We learned a lot of people don't do the numbers. The margins are high. The margins are high. If I'm charging $50 a man, I'm paying somewhere between 20, 25. If it's a person who's just really skilled or been around for a while, he's probably at 30, somewhere between 25 and 30. But the average guy is somewhere between 20, 25. Put him right at the 25, right? $50 a man, it's 100%. Just off the labor. So you got a 2-man truck, $100 an hour. You're charging to the customer for labor. Your payroll is $50 an hour. You're making 100% just on the labor. Then we charge the truck. We charge for the truck. We charge every customer for the use of the truck over and over and over again. If it's a truck that's doing a multitude of jobs a day, we're charging every customer for the use of the truck. We're either baking the material cost into the truck fee. We're probably baking the cost as far as the mileage and the fuel. And we profit. We can cover the day cost. If a truck, let's say, has 3 jobs scheduled, the truck fee from the first customer can cover the cost of all 3 jobs and still be profit in there. And then the truck fee for the second and third is just all profit. The only way you're going to lose is if you go in these people's homes and you fuck some shit up. Oh, damn. I'm talking. See, I can't multitask. It's too much shit going on in here, bro. There's too much shit going on in here, bro. How long was I muted, bro? Yeah, I probably can't do this while I got work going on because I'm muting and unmuting. This is yeah, I might not, bro. Fuck me, bro. It's fucking stupid. Damn, bro. 5 minutes on mute. I was cooking too. I'm wondering why I see the chat in my peripheral going faster than it's been going the whole stream, you know? I'm like, damn, what's going on? That's why I finally looked over, like, damn, the chat steady. And I looked and I seen muted. Well, this stream is fucked. All right. Did I talk about sales or was that muted? That might have been muted. Because I had to. Did I talk about sales or no? All right. So let me tell you what moving teaches you. Because it's not all just about the money. Shout out to J. Cole. J. Cole, one of my rich subscribers, man. Got rich in the final mile, you know, with Big Mark. Shout out to J. Cole for that super chat, man. Shout out to all my rich subscribers, man. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate J. Cole. So it's about the money, but let me tell you what the moving industry has taught me and it's kind of helped me in other business genres as it pertains to logistics. It definitely helped me when I got into final mile, and it really helped me years down the line when I got into drunk removal. First thing was sales. Sales. In order to close the jobs that I've been able to close over the years, when I do those thumbtack tutorials that I've done in the past, and I showed you guys the history of like how much money I've spent in thumbtack, and I walked you down day by day because I leave it unlimited, and I teach you why you should leave it unlimited, and I explain to you why you have to have money. Moving taught me how to win a customer. I know a lot of guys who do OTR, I think this is somewhere where they struggle as far as brokers. I know how to win. If I get your customer on the phone, it's a high likelihood they're going to book with me. Because I have to have it, bro. The customer better not tell me they shopped around. If they tell me they shopping around, I'm going in. If they tell me somebody else gave them a better price, man, I'm going to match it or I'm going to beat it. I got a huge ass margin. I'm at 100% just on my labor. So I got plenty room to work. Materials don't really cost me shit. I'm already got a huge profit margin on my truck fee. I'm at 100% on my labor. I'll go down to 90. I'll go down to 85. I'll go down to 80. I'll go down to 75. If I have to. If it's the end of the month, then no. If it's a slow period of year, then yes. Peak period of year, no. I'm just using that as an example of I'm going to do whatever I need to do to get the job done. Especially while I'm trying to build a customer base. Moving teaches you sales. In OTR, you got to learn the art of negotiation, but shit, a broker just get over on you. They ain't going to tell you, yo, you cheating yourself. With moving, shit, ain't nobody even there to get over you. You either going to win the job or you not. But it's going to be based off your effort. This helped me in Final Mile, right? It ultimately helped me later on down the junk removal. Scheduling. You got to be a hell of a scheduler. This is what moving is taught. This is just positive things outside the money. You got to know how to schedule. Especially if you're at scale, you got a multitude of people calling in. Remember, Big Mark, I'm trying to get the most. I'm trying to get the best bang for my buck. So if I see a person call in and they're moving from A to B on the 5th, and then a week later, I get a person that wants to move that same day, but they happen to be moving from where job number 1 is moving to, but they're moving from there, but they want to book, like I say, another day, the next day, or later on in the day, which is going to give a gap for that particular truck. I'm going to do whatever I got to do to persuade them to move up in the day. If I got a truck that's literally the move in is a block away, or let's say on the same block where they're moving from, I need that truck. Once they finish that job at point B, I need them to go two houses down and start that job. I don't want that truck to have to go 5 or 6 or 7 or 10 miles away to the next job. Why? It's costing me money. It's dipping into my profit margin. So boom, can I offer you 5% discount if we can move you up and give you a 1 to 4 arrival window? Sure, cool. Now that truck is just going to literally end job A, since it's on the same block, and begin job B. He's going to just drive 2 doors down. I'm still charging that customer whatever the truck fee is, $150, $200, $250. They still got to pay the truck fee. But it didn't cost me anything. Didn't cost me anything in fuel or mileage. So even though I was going to be profitable, I'm even more profitable. That 5% don't mean nothing to me. I'm not just plucking people in a truck just when they call. No, I'm looking at everything. Man, what we got? Do we got something over there? So when I'm talking to the customer and they're giving me the address, I'm putting it in on the date and everything is popping up. So while I'm listening and processing what they're saying, I'm looking to see what else I got that's already scheduled for that day. I know my city. I know my market. Most of my jobs are in this area. You know what? I don't got nothing scheduled on this day. This lady wants to move in the evening because she has work. Me personally, you do it differently. I don't like building a schedule for a truck starting in the evening. I like starting in the morning. The morning sets the tone, and then I work my way down. Because now if I put this lady in the evening, now it's harder to schedule. I'm not going to just send that truck out in the evening. Now it's harder for me to schedule. Before, I got to really be precise. Whereas if I know this lady is moving from a third to a third, from a 1-bedroom, and I'm looking at the distance, okay, boom. That's somewhere on 3 to 6 hours, low to high end. It's easier for me to schedule a second and or a third job that day. It's just like an elevator job. I don't schedule elevators in the afternoon and the evening because I can't guarantee that the truck is going to be on time. I only schedule elevators in the morning. If you got a 12 to 2 elevator window, we're booked. Even if we're not booked, I'm not taking it. Because I'm not going to have that truck sitting to the afternoon. That truck is going to have a morning move, and if something happens, it's a possibility it may run behind. I'm not going to miss a whole morning to go start a job at 12 o'clock. I'd rather let that job pass, start taking the morning jobs, take a stair to a stair in the afternoon and a stair to a stair in the evening. That's why most elevator jobs in the afternoon and the evening, the customers always complain that the truck was late. Because no company is just going to send a truck out in the middle of the day. That truck is already out. And if they run into any issues. So moving taught me a lot that helped me with final mile, and it helped me with move because you control every single aspect of the business. Every single aspect, you have to know it. Every single aspect. Pricing discipline taught me pricing discipline. These are just the positives. Don't really budge on the price unless it's just a slow time of the year. I was talking to Congo the other day about pricing discipline. He, was struggling trying to navigate this moving business in Chicago. And something happened. I forgot, but he's starting to get a lot of people trying to Jew him down, he said, for lack of a better word. And I said, you have to be disciplined in your pricing in the winter, especially in January. I said, and this is where experience comes in. I said, in January, anybody that's booking you is probably not for good reason. What do you mean, Mark? Anybody that's looking to move in this market in January is one of a few things. One, either they getting kicked out, they getting put out, a breakup, they skipping out. I said, yeah, man, a lot of people was trying to negotiate. This is why. This is the time where moving someone is risky because you want to get paid at the end. So when a person's calling you, you have to be disciplined. Sometimes, regardless of even if it's slow or not, you may just have to let that shit pass and be disciplined. Not all money, not every situation is good. And you have to be able to understand how to decipher when, if a person is trying to Jew you down a little bit, when it may be okay versus when it may not be okay. This is very, very hard work, and a lot of people are scared of it. But the number one component is the margins are the highest. I'm going to do whatever I need to do to make as much out of it as I can. If I got a truck, where can I make the most out of this truck? And that's what I'm going to do. I'm in the business to make the money, man. To make the money. So a lot of people don't like doing it. A lot of people don't like touching things. A lot of people don't like getting their hands dirty. But out of the 5 things, number 1, 2, and 3 all include labor, whereas 4 and 5 don't. 3 includes dirty labor. 1 and 2 could be, 1 could be dirty labor. Sometimes you go to some people's house, they got dust bunnies and shit all over the place. But wherever when it's coming to a box truck or just even most businesses in general, the harder the labor, in most cases, the bigger the payout. To me, it's crazy when I talk to some of these young guys and they just complain about OTR. And then when I give them other solutions as it pertains to, like, let's say 1, 2, and 3, they shun it. They frown upon it. Well, keep struggling. Keep struggling with tight margins and a high cost of operation where you pretty much control none of it. I like full control for the most part. If fuel goes up, I go up. If fuel goes up with OTR, but competition is fierce, your rates can go down while fuel is going up. In my industry, it don't work like that. Fuel goes up, we go up. If labor goes up, we go up. If material goes up, we go up. Our margin is going to be set. It's different. I control it. Ain't no middleman. Ain't nobody telling me I'm not with none of that. I need all mine. More work? Yeah, Mark. Your shoulder fucked up. Nigga, I'm sitting at the crib. What are you talking about? And I got health insurance. We cool. We got health insurance. We ain't worried about that. Mark, you jammed your finger. I don't care. I got health insurance. I could afford health insurance. I'm not tweaking on that shit. You got health insurance? No, man, I ain't make enough. My shit pay enough that I could pay health insurance out of my pocket. It's expensive. Guess what? I got that shit. I go right down the street to therapy. And Mark, do me a favor. Take your arm. Do like that. All right, do that 10 times. How I feel. I go in therapy. I do this. I got insurance. Yeah, that 3-bedroom. Ooh, that 3-bedroom. That 4-bedroom probably gonna pay about $4,000. Yeah, it's a 1-day job. That's gonna pay about $4,000. It's a difference when that 1-day job pay $4,000, but you drove 5 days for $3,500. It's a big difference. It's a big difference. You got, let's say, 3 trucks running, all 3 men. Let's say you're not on the truck. You charging $50 a man to each customer. The average pay per guy is $25 an hour. So let's say you got 3 trucks, 3 men. You charging $150 an hour. You making $75 an hour times 3. Just off the labor. So you making $225 an hour, and the average truck works 10 hours a day. And that's just off the labor. We ain't talking about the truck fees. This is how you go from making $4,000-$5,000 a week to making that shit in a day. We don't gotta even talk 26s. We could talk 16-footers. Just deal with dorm studios, 1 and modest 2 bedrooms. Try to do 3 jobs a day. Average job 3 hours at $150 an hour per truck. And just think 3 trucks. So now you at $225 an hour. Let's say times 10 hours. And this is just an average, plus another, and we just grossing it, plus another $450 times 3. 4, 8, 12, 13, 1350. 1350 plus, we just averaging. 1350 plus another, let me see, what was my math? 225 times 10. That's 2250 plus 1350. 2250 plus 1350. Was that 36? 22 plus 13, that's 35. 36, my math is right. That's on average a day. And that ain't even a 26-footer. Let's say you running all 16-footers and you doing up to 2 bedrooms. Average job, 3 hours. You ain't even on the truck. You're making 100% off every man, 100%. Plus markup on everything else. So you getting paid every day. This is how you stack your capital. So when other opportunities come, let's say when Final Mile came to me, because I had no interest in doing it. This is how, when it came to me, I had the capital to just do it. It made sense to me to do it at that time because the numbers were good. I had the money to do it. And then when things happen, like that story time that I told from that clip from the stream last week, when things happen like a 3PL doesn't pay you, it's fine. I got a whole nother business that's operating simultaneously With this business, that's a cash cow. We not really tripping. We tripping that you didn't pay me, but man, if you trying to squeeze me, that shit ain't gonna work. Because I got a whole nother business over here that's generating thousands and thousands of dollars a day. This shit long. We playing with this shit. That shit ain't about nothing. That's how I'm looking at, man. It ain't about nothing. We playing with that shit. That money, we playing with that. Ain't nothing. I got a whole nother business over here that's generating money every single day. Thousands. And I don't have to wait for it. Every day, ching ching. Them trucks bringing back thousands. This is how you stack capital. Quickest way to stack capital with a box truck by far. So you're going to make money. You're going to stack capital. You're going to build skills. You're going to build skills. You control the pricing. You get paid fast. The worst thing is the claims. Claims, whether it be claims to the actual goods, claims to the property, or body, injuries. High risk, high reward. High risk, high reward. High risk, high reward. Somebody said they want the number. I'm gonna take just a few calls. Give me a second. Let me close this out. I apologize as far as the the muting stuff, but I did warn you guys earlier. There's just a lot going on. I apologize. It's probably gonna be like this for the next 2 weeks. Just getting some things done, some more updates. I was talking to my homie. He was like, man, you need to just sell that place, bro. You got that place in 2014. You in the money, man. It's a market. You a businessman. You got a lot of equity in that place. You bought it at a good time. Sell it. No, man, he got me thinking now, man, I might have to go ahead and make me some money on this place, man. I might have to make me some money on this place. Oh, no. We'll see. We'll see. All right, phone is open. Phone line is open. I seen somebody say something about they wanted to call up. Is the line going to be open? Somebody said, look at this. Look, this see the ignorance right here? And I called her out because she got mad at Big Mark when I said women couldn't do final amount. Having health insurance is not a big flex. You hear this? You hear how ignorant this shit is? Having health insurance in 2026 is a big flex. You know why? Because most motherfuckers ain't got it. How the fuck is not having health insurance? Having health insurance is a flex. What type of ignorant shit is that to say? Most motherfuckers ain't got it. Most motherfuckers got Medicaid. It's a big flex when you got health insurance and you paying it out your pocket. It's a big flex when you got it because most motherfuckers ain't. Motherfucker rather flex having health insurance than having a pair of goddamn gammas. You the type motherfucker probably flex having some gammas. See, a nigga like me, I'm gonna flex things that are good. Health insurance, real estate, stocks. You want me to flex some materialistic shit? I could do that, and I'll win at that too. Because I could do it better than some of your favorites. See how black motherfucking culture is fucked up out here in these streets. Black motherfuckers is fucked. The black cultures is fucked up, bro. Motherfucker talking about health insurance. Oh, that ain't no flex. There's motherfuckers out here that's running around here with motherfucking got shit coming. It got shit oozing out they shit. Motherfuckers out here got to go to the clinic early in the morning and stand in that long ass line, itchy and scratchy show around this motherfucker. Burning like a motherfucker. Got to go stand in line at the clinic. Motherfucker ain't got no goddamn insurance. Out here fucking around and got to go to the goddamn emergency room and sit there for days. How the fuck is not having health insurance how the fuck is having health insurance not a flex? What are you talking about? Listen, women get it over here too. You say some goofball shit. Over here, we not gonna coddle you. It is what it is. It's up. It's up. What are you talking about? Having health insurance is not a flex. Man, you know how many motherfuckers don't have health insurance in fucking trucking? You know how many people in America, there's a whole thing right now with Americans not having health insurance because they can't afford it. So how the fuck is it not a flex? Man, motherfuckers' priorities be fucked up, man. Motherfuckers' priorities be fucked up. Hey, black people, that comments like that is why motherfucker behind. On Christmas Day, all down the timeline, black motherfuckers was flexing they Christmas pajamas and all this shit. And a lot of these motherfuckers pay for that shit off some shit that they paying on that shit. Just so they can get some type of validation from a bunch of motherfuckers they don't know. Type motherfucker say that shit, type motherfucker that's flexing some dumb shit. Fuck out of here with that goofy ass shit. Shit goofy. That was probably the most, that's the first most ignorant comment of 2026. First most ignorant comment of 2026. Health insurance is not a flex. Get the fuck out of here. What you flexing? She been upset ever since I said women. She said I was jaying down because I said they couldn't lift no refrigerator. You can't. I ain't bite my tongue. But don't worry that shit, goofy ass shit. You know why she upset? Because she got upset with the final mile thing that day. Yeah. See, here's the thing. See, I could lift this shit, and if I injure, I got insurance. I just go through therapy. You can't lift it at all. You dig? That's why you mad, because I said you couldn't do it. That was you. That was you. It was you. I remember you. Because it was only a few women watching, and I'm going to keep it a buck with you. Out of all the women that was watching, that was commenting, the only two women that commented in reverse was you and Akbar. The other women that was watching was studs. The other women that was watching that day agreed with me, they were studs. Go back and watch the live stream because I highlighted your comment. Don't make me go through it and say that wasn't you. You know Big Mark got receipts. I love when people say some shit. You know Big Mark got the receipts. Hold on. See, now you finna make me pull up the receipts. See, now this finna be the entertaining aspect of the show. Hold on. Big Mark got the receipts. You know Big Mark ain't finna lie on you. What I'm gonna lie on you for? Hold on. Big Mark got the receipts. Yeah, Big Mark got them receipts. Hold on, let me find it. Let me find it. Hold on, Charlie. Hold on, Charlie Woodnop. Hold on. Give me a second. Hold on. I think this is it. There you go. There condescending and there you go. Listen. Big Mark, listen. Big Mark got a photographic memory. Big Mark got a photographic memory. Don't worry about it. See right here, Tashi, 999. Can women really do final mile delivery and moving? 10 days ago. See the red and green from the Christmas with the poinsettias? Can you give advice and insight without degradation and condescending words and attitude? That was you. Big Mark got a photographic memory, baby girl. Big Mark ain't gonna lie on you for what? I'm too old to lie. I ain't got no reason to lie. You gonna get it how it is. Big Mark got all the receipts. Big Mark got all the receipts. First of all, Big Mark only has a 5.4% audience for women. Most of the women that watch me are studs. Because I don't talk that OTR shit. You dig what I'm saying? See how we pull up the receipts? See how we pull up the receipts? That's why I just be like, man, why y'all just leave Big Mark alone, bro? If you don't like what you hear over here, just don't watch it. I ain't gonna sit up there and lie on you. Talking about that wasn't you. Who was this then? Y'all love playing with content creators because content creators just ain't cold. This nigga right here, I'm from the crib. You can't play with me.
This Chicago, nigga.
Nigga, my head always on a swivel. I'm always on my square. Always on my square. That's you. And that's me. That's you and that's me. Them poinsettias been dead for a week. Them poinsettias is gone. We went back to purple theme on the 1st. This red and green from Christmas. See? Matter of fact, let's play it. Because she might think, somebody said, let's see. Degradation. Come explain to me where. I want to know. Tell me how I'm being condescending. Hold on. Degradation. Oh, Tashi, you said that wasn't you. This you. I'm just chilling. She said, listen. She said, give advice and insight. I'm giving you advice and insight. Now come tell me where I'm being condescending and degradation. Come explain to me where. I want to know. Yeah. Tell me how I'm being condescending. Yeah. I'm open for the conversation. She ain't come up then, she ain't coming up now. She ain't come up then and she ain't coming up now. Talking about, oh, that wasn't me. That was you. You was over here angry talking about women couldn't do final mile. Is it gonna be the same if you saying that wasn't you? If we out somewhere and somebody, so it is what it is, man. Just chill, man. Sit back, come and hold your hands, be cool, chill, be cool. You dig? Hello. Hey.
So I just decided to call in instead of going back and forth on the chat because it's quicker and easier.
10-4. Why you want to be a troll in my chat?
Never. I would never come to your chat and troll, ever. That's just not me. I'm not even that kind of person.
You call Big Mark condescending and degradation. Did you say I was condescending?
But, okay, before we get to that point, you said that I said something about women and refrigerators or something like that. And I didn't say that. And I know I didn't say that.
You missing what I said. I said, that's the woman who was on the show
That's
when
it.
I was saying that women couldn't do final mile. That's what I said.
You said something about, I said something about refrigerators or women and something like that.
No. Listen to what I said. I said, that's the woman that was on the show when we were saying women couldn't do final mile. Now, the satire part of it, X that out. You are the woman that was on the show in the chat when we was talking about women, when I said women couldn't do final mile. And I just pulled it up. That is you.
Right. But to me, I got the impression that you were making a comment that I disagree with what you were saying, and that's not true because I didn't disagree with what you were saying.
Well, every time I see you in the chat, you have something like you know, I don't see any positivity. It's always you want to say something that's slick. You did. So I say something slick back.
You always
got some slick shit to say.
Because you're not the only one that can have a slick mouth, Mr. Mark.
Well, here's the thing though. You in the audience.
Okay.
You dig what I'm saying?
Yes.
So you should just be cool.
I am cool. Yeah. But you're not, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're a content creator, you have a platform, and people are going to have things to say.
But
I don't think I'm being disrespectful.
You're right.
I'm not here trolling. I'm not being disrespectful in any kind of way.
Right. But here's the problem. When y'all pull up, you just don't expect for a person to pull up back because most content creators are just block you and shit, or they can't go back and forth with the trolls. The problem with y'all do it with me, when I pull back up, I'll always come out the victor and y'all getting y'all feelings. I should not, you know, if you can't handle it, then you got to go play with someone where it's more safe at.
I don't know who y'all is.
A long time. Talking shit.
I don't know who y'all is.
Shit for a long time.
I don't know who y'all is. But Tashi,
why you just?
I don't have an issue.
Why you just can't watch the show and enjoy it?
But why can't I not disagree with some of the things that you say and the way that you say it?
Okay, let's talk about what you said today. That was very ignorant.
To you, maybe. I just said it wasn't a flex. I just said it wasn't a big flex. I didn't even say it wasn't a flex.
Definitely a flex. Having health insurance is definitely a flex. It's definitely a flex. You know why? Because most people can't afford it. It's a whole topic right now. People can't afford health insurance. They're cutting their health insurance off because the cost of living is so high. So one of the things that they're cutting is health insurance. So how is not being able to afford health insurance not a flex? Because we can flex with a bunch of shit. I can go pull some Burberry. I can pull a bunch of Gucci. I can pull a bunch of Balenciaga. I can show you some car keys. I can do a bunch of materialistic flexing. How is flexing having health and how is talking about health insurance and having it not a flex in today's economy? How is that? I'm pushing health insurance. I've been talking about people get health insurance all the time because most people that come up here don't have it. I talk about the importance of having it. So how is it not a flex?
Because you know what's ignorant is because people don't have the correct information because it doesn't have to be expensive. I have health insurance and it's not expensive. So it doesn't have to be expensive.
Do you have Medicaid?
If you know,
I ain't trying to be funny, but I'm just asking you, do you have Medicaid?
No damn Medicaid.
Why you say damn Medicaid like it's a bad thing? If a person has to have Medicaid because that's the only thing they can get, then why does it got to be damn Medicaid?
Because first of all, is it Medicaid like something that's state provided or something like that? So if I sit up and tell you,
I don't have it, but I know it's provided. I think it's federal.
Right. So if I tell you that I have affordable insurance, then obviously it's not something that's being provided to me. It's something I'm paying for.
What's affordable insurance?
Affleck. They offer dental insurance. They offer vision insurance. They have life insurance policies.
I'm talking about price wise. What's affordable from a price perspective? A cost
under $100. Under $100 a month.
So you pay under $100 a month, and what you get?
I have vision, and I have dental, and I have a life insurance policy with Affleck.
How old are you?
53.
63?
No, 53.
So you 53 in here trolling Big Mark. You ain't got nothing else better to do with your time at 53 than
How am I trolling you?
Why are you in here at 53 when you got this black man, this handsome dark skin.
Oh Lord, that's your problem. That's your issue.
That's what your issue. You
that is
got
your
your eye on Big Mark.
issue.
You got your eye on Big Mark. This just your you got your eye on Big Mark. Yeah, you do.
All right, I'm just gonna stop commenting on Big Mark, and I'm just gonna come in and listen.
I'm just gonna call
because I'm able to filter.
I'm
able to filter the good from the not so good. You know what pissed me off about that? About the last one that you did on the last mile.
I knew I was
you
gonna get it
said
about
that.
you. I knew I was gonna get it about you. Come on.
You said that a man with a good-looking woman wouldn't have his woman out there working. I was like, what kind of dumbass shit is that?
A man with a what? What'd I say?
You said a man that has a good-looking woman.
Yeah. Oh.
Would not have a woman out there.
Wildebeest? Did I call her a wildebeest? What I call her? Must be all ugly motherfucker. She must all be a hunchback of Notre Dame looking motherfucker. What'd I say? I don't remember what I said. What I said?
That's just ignorant.
That's ignorant. Ain't no woman of mine finna be lifting no refrigerator. Ain't no woman of mine finna be lifting that goddamn refrigerator. Yeah, because I
say that then. Because don't put that.
Listen,
don't make a general remark saying that any man that has a nice looking woman wouldn't have his woman out there doing that. That's crazy.
Ain't never seen no bad chick lifting a goddamn refrigerator. Listen, we gonna talk facts or we gonna talk some middle American. Because on the real, a bad chick ain't gotta lift no refrigerator.
Your truth don't make it fact.
I ain't never seen a bad chick lifting no refrigerator.
I'm pretty sure there are some out there. The thing about it is, you don't even need to go back and forth with me because your ignorant ass audience, they got your back. So for you to want to go back and forth with me,
this the MGM.
Don't make no sense.
This the MGM. We the best audience in the space.
Don't make no sense. I get enough. I get enough from them. Yeah. I don't need to hear from you. But the thing about it is, at the end of the day, you have a lot of valuable information, and that's what I'm here for. But from now on, because I see that trolling, which I'm not trolling, is not welcome, I'll just keep my comments to myself and I'm here for what I can get out of it.
No. You gonna say what you gonna say. Don't back.
No.
I'm
good.
See, because you can't handle it.
I'm good.
See, what?
I don't want to handle
it. You 53.
That's not what I'm here for.
What mama told you?
That's not what I'm here for.
What mama told you?
About what?
Pick and choose your battles wisely. See, when you go messing with somebody, you can't control how they mess back at you. See, that's why I don't go messing with people. I play the defense. I wait for a motherfucker to come bother me, and then we just go ahead and take care of what we got to take care of. When you go fucking with people, you can't control how they gonna respond. This is why you should not go fucking with people. And I know this is how I was raised, and you older than me, so I'm pretty sure you was raised the same way. If you ain't got nothing good to say, don't say nothing at all.
But don't nobody have to be on here with everything good to say. How can people state their opinion? Why do they have to be good?
You can state your opinion, and I can respond.
Thank you.
And I can respond. But see,
thank you, and I can respond back.
You can, but see, here's the thing: your feelings are involved. One, because you're a woman. See, I don't have that.
See, there we go.
I don't have that.
There we go.
No, it's the truth. It's the truth. Have we spoken?
It's your truth.
Have we had a conversation before?
Yes, we have.
Yeah, I figured you with that person. Kentucky, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Kentucky. Yeah. You disagree with a lot of the stuff Big Mark say. I get it.
No, I don't. Because if I disagree with a lot of what you said, I wouldn't be on here, Mark. Come on now. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, you in the chat. You know, we call that dry hating.
Okay.
You know what that means? You like, but you don't know how to express it. You really enjoy being over here, but you just can't say, I like being over here. So you gotta do that shit.
Because I'm not immature and childish like that.
Don't worry about it. You ain't the only one. It was some.
I show how much I like this channel by coming on here to support.
Last week, she was just thirst trapping. You dig what I'm saying? I get it. I mean, I'm a handsome, fly, I get that. I get it all the time. It's a lot of niggas wives in my DM. I just choose not to partake. You dig what I'm saying? I just choose not to partake. I got a situation, and you did what I'm saying. But
well, the reason why Taki's out here listening to Mark is not because it's the way he looks.
Oh, okay.
Or his, has nothing to do with that. I like the information that you give, and you know what really, changed my mind about you is now that you're on here talking about you're giving alternatives to the box truck, and you weren't doing that at first.
Man,
you're giving alternatives now, and I think that's like so important. So that's kind of like, that made me feel a little different towards you.
Ma'am, you clearly ain't been watching me that long. I've given plenty of alternatives plenty of times. I just don't.
No, I'm a new listener.
Hey,
I'm a new listener.
You're a new listener. You a new watcher.
Yeah.
But Mark been doing this for 3 and almost 4 years now.
Okay, well, I haven't been part of.
You a strong. You a strong, SCRONG, a strong black woman, and you just ain't used to getting this type of ism. You ain't used to getting this type of ism. You used to controlling it.
No, I'm here. I don't know anything, so I'm here to listen and learn.
No, you got to get it how it's given to you, though. You got to accept how it's given to you.
Same way with you too. When people have comments,
goddamn thing.
Well, then I don't either.
I ain't got to accept. You know why? Because I'm over here trying to consume something that I got it already. Now, if it was something,
but you're not the only one.
Hold on. If it was something that you,
you're not the only one though.
If it was, hold on, ma'am. If it was some value that you had, I would sit over there. I would come to your platform because I'm trying to consume what you have. So I'll sit over there. I have my hands folded like this, or I have my notebook. You see what I'm saying? I'll have my notebook. But see, you over here to consume what I got. And you can consume it, but you have to, like, you can't be over here, you dig what I'm saying, because you in your feelings, because Big Martin said something, and you feel that, you could do anything a man can do, so you're going to say,
no,
don't be
never, no.
No, I'm telling you the truth.
No.
You get upset because I say, man, if the ain't no, whatever you said, I said, shouldn't no woman be lifting? And I mean that. Ain't no chick of mine finna be doing it.
And like I said, I agree with you, but that wasn't the remark. And my thing about it is, I don't need you to tell me how I should be listening or how I should be supportive. And the first time I heard you, I did have my pen. I have a notebook full of notes that you gave out that day.
That's what it is.
And that's what I'm here to, like I said, from now on, in the future, I'll be quiet. I'm here to listen. I'm here to learn. That's it, point blank, period. And I go back and forth with the retarded people that don't know how to spell or use correct grammar. In these
ain't talking
comments.
MGM gang like this. You lost your marbles.
Yeah, I guess I have.
You can't talk about them because they jayed down on you because you made an ignorant comment. The comment was in.
And I can make whatever comment I want to make.
You can.
I can make whatever comment I want to make.
We call out ignorance over here, ma'am.
That's fine.
And that was ignorant. Health insurance.
And I can call, and I think it's ignorant to sit up there and say a man with a pretty, and in your mind, very subjective, with a pretty woman wouldn't allow her to be out here doing certain type of work. That's ignorant.
So what? I should let her be out here doing something? That made me a sucker. Why would I rather be a sucker than not be a sucker? Like, why would I have my chick out here doing that shit? How is that subjective? Explain to me.
No, you said something about where she looks. You didn't say that I wouldn't have my woman. You said a man with a good looking woman. That's what.
So if she looked like God damn it. Goddamn, I can't even think of it. I want to think of wildebeest. She's a little old beastly looking motherfucker. Then that's okay. That's what you're saying is okay.
You said that.
I said, listen, if you like it, I love it. If you like it, I love it. But my woman ain't finna be beat the fuck up. I don't need my woman coming home knuckles bruised, fucking banging her shin on some shit, coming home all beat up. No, I don't.
Mark,
that's
Mark,
fly.
You didn't say that. You didn't say I didn't want my woman. You said if a man had a pretty woman. I agree with you. I don't think any woman should be out there doing that. I agree with you on that, but that's not what you said. And there's no point in going back and forth about it.
Do you think you're a pretty woman?
Yes.
All right then. So that's a compliment.
And that's what I was like. Can you give the advice without being condescending and degrading?
How is that degrading?
Okay.
No, explain it to me. Educate me. I'm asking you to educate me. I don't know. I'm ignorant.
By telling people that a man, the only way he gonna allow his woman to be out there doing heavy appliance lifting if she's not considered attractive?
Oh yeah, if you let your chick go out there, she probably a old beastly looking motherfucker because you don't care.
What I'm talking about.
Listen, if you had that inspiration, ooh, you look, ooh, you ain't gonna let your chick go out there. She can't look like shit. Listen, I'm gonna keep it a buck on everything I love. If you got a bad chick, a nigga with a bad chick ain't letting that chick. If the chick ain't, if she ain't, you probably don't care. You probably cheating on her anyway. You probably don't love her. You probably just trying to get a check. You probably living off her. You're waiting on the tax money to come. Because if she was bad, you would want to, you wouldn't. I can't see it. Oh, okay. Ugly motherfucker. You gonna look over at her like, man, shit. Bye. You want her gone. You want her out your sight.
Okay. All right, Mark.
You want me to lie to you? I could lie to you now. You want me to lie to you? You're right. You're right. I'm gonna lie to you. I'm lying though. No, I ain't telling the truth. For the record, y'all, this is a lie. You know what? You're right. If I dated an old ugly woman, I wouldn't want her. I would care. I would really care. I would treat her the same way I treated the 9 of the dime. I would treat her the same way. I sure would. I sure would. All right, there you go.
Okay. If that makes you feel better, Mark. If that makes you feel better. But like I said, from now on, I'm locked in, I'm loaded, I'm just gonna focus on the good shit and don't worry about the not so good shit.
Bad shit. And ain't no bad shit over here.
I didn't use the word bad. Well, I said not so good. Okay.
Everything is just you. I think you angry right now. I just think you angry.
Angry about what?
Just the way things are going. I think you're angry about the way things are going. I think.
And I'm taking it out on you?
No, I just think you.
Because I don't have nothing better to do.
Taking it out on black men in general.
Okay.
I think you probably consume with social media. I think you're consuming a lot of red pill content based off the conversations that we've had in the past and this one today. I think you're caught up in the movement that was put on y'all black women from just society and just things that have happened that was pushed on us and shit like that. And I think when you hear the truth, is just hard to consume.
It doesn't make me angry though. If anything, it'll motivate me. It doesn't make me angry.
And I would think that any woman would champion a man who would speak on being a provider and saying, no, I don't need you out there. If it come to the point where you got to go as a woman and lift some shit, then maybe I need to go out and get another job. I'll go out and get another job. I'll work my fingers to the bone before I allow you to do it. I would expect a sister to, you know what? We need more people like that. But no, you want to be what society has made you, equal.
But that's not the way you deliver. That's not the way you delivered that message. You're the way you're saying it now sounds a whole lot better than the way you said it that day.
Listen. I delivered it the way I delivered it. At the end of the day, I could give it to you the soft way, or I can give it to you straightforward. How you want it? I can't give it to you. I can't coddle. I'm not finna sit up here and coddle you. I don't even know you.
It's not the way. It's the way I receive it more so than the way that you give it.
But you receiving it from a soft place. You receiving it with feelings. We talking business. You can't put feelings in business. I'm talking business. We talking logistics. We talking final mile that day that you got. You felt like that. We talking some rough, hard labor shit. How can I present it soft? How can I present it dainty and shit? Like, this is hard labor. And you want me to present it soft? I can't do that. When I talk about it, I'm talking about it from experience.
I'm not talking about the overall subject. I was just talking about something specific. And I understand your delivery. That's why I listen to you. I like it when you stare at the screen and blink your eyes.
See, you.
That's just hilarious to me because it's like you try to get your point across. I love that.
Okay.
I get it.
All right. Well, just you on a channel where we talk business and we talk a lot of logistics business, and a lot of logistics business we talk it's very labor intensive. So it's not going to be presented dainty like. You want some more?
And I can handle that.
You want motherfuckers?
And like I said, I'm gonna keep my opinions. I'm gonna keep my opinions to myself from now on. And like I said, anybody out there that needs health insurance or something like that, hit me up.
No, you're not finna get no free marketing. Did you talk to me? Did you ask? Can you solicit? That's disrespectful. You're not finna.
Ain't it though? That is mad disrespectful.
No. But you're not gonna come over here and say, hey, anybody. Like, you're not going to come up here and then use something I built to solicit your product and now at least ask for permission.
Right. I understand that. And it's just a joke. I don't sell insurance.
No, let's start from the beginning.
Yeah.
Let's start from the beginning.
I don't sell insurance.
So then what are you promoting then?
It's just a joke, Mark. It's just a joke. I don't sell insurance. I'm not sure. I have nothing to do with insurance. I told you where I get my insurance from. You asked me how much it costs. I told you.
Okay. Well, I'm Affleck, for me, I thought that was for old people.
When does Affleck ever get for old people?
I don't know. Shit.
What does that even mean?
What you pay, I pay way more than that a month.
Affleck started out as a supplement insurance for people like through their employers. And that's what I always thought Affleck was. But no, it's something you don't even have to go through your employer. You can actually have private individual policies that you can go with them directly for.
So for less than $100 a month, you got full medical and dental.
I have vision, dental, and a life insurance policy.
Vision, dental. So you
dental.
So you don't. So you don't have health insurance, ma'am. That's not health insurance. That's vision, dental, and life insurance. That's not health. Hello?
Okay.
Where's health?
You can also go for them through health. I don't have their health. You can also go for them for health insurance.
Now see how you just tried to call some shit in the chat? See how you tried to call some shit in the chat, and then now we come to find out you don't even have health insurance.
I do have health insurance. I just don't have it through them.
Then you tried to sell it like, oh, you can get health insurance for less than $100. I got Affleck. But then now, as I dig a little deeper, life, vision, and dental. Yeah, dental is cheap. It's the health that's expensive. My dental is under $50 a month. Life is not that bad. Vision is not that bad. It's the health insurance that costs. And now we find out you don't even have, okay, who's your health insurance? Because you sold it like, I got Affleck. I don't pay, it's less than $100 a month. But now that I call that out, so now who you got it with? Come on, talk to me.
I have health insurance through my job.
So why are you in the chat? And then when you come up and you say, oh, you can get health insurance for less than $100, but now it's just life, dental, and vision. See how you tried to make it seem like a certain way to make me look like a certain type of way? See how you tried to do that? See how you tried to play that? That move you just tried to do? That was a move you tried to do on Big Mark.
But you see what you do? You take somebody's comment and you make a whole diatribe about it, and you just can't take it for what it is.
So you allow
maybe everybody
you allowing a person. You will put a motherfucker in jail. You will put a motherfucker in jail for some shit they didn't do. See what you just did? You tried to paint a narrative. You tried to make it seem like something else to make me look like I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. See how you did that? That was wrong. That was wrong, man. That ain't.
I just said it wasn't.
We don't.
I just said it wasn't a big
black man. I'm a black man. See, I'm gonna use the black card. I don't use the black card. I'm gonna use it this time. And I'm a brother. I'm a black man. You gonna do that to a black man?
You're funny.
You gonna come on this show and try to paint it like it's one way, but it really ain't that way, to try to make it seem like something is not, to make me look like I don't know what I'm talking about. See how you tried to do that?
Yeah.
And you
I ain't trying to make you look bad.
And you
I would never try to make you look bad.
You just did. Until I had to, You know, I've been doing this for a long time, so I know how to play the game. If I didn't know how to play the game, I wouldn't have been able to play the game to get it about you. You see what I'm saying? But why would you want to do that? Why would you want to do that to a brother?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Forgive me. My apologies for trying to make you look bad.
That's not good, man. You need to work on that. I don't know. Do you want me to pray for you, or what you want me to do?
Sure. I'm always down for prayer. Okay. I need all the prayer I can get.
All right. What's your name again?
My name is it's the username.
Tashi?
Yes.
We're gonna say a prayer for Tashi. God, I want you to lay your hands on Tashi. I don't know what she's going through in her life, but I need you to lay your hands on her, and I need you to cover her with the blood of Jesus. In your name's sake, we pray. Amen.
Amen.
See, Tashi, I done prayed for you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right. I want you to do better, okay?
Yes.
Do better. And you know, over here, we a community. We a community. And if it's clear you want to be a part of the community, but it's just a better way you got to go about it. You don't have to do what you're doing. Just say, yo, I want to come home. Say, I want to come home. And then the only thing we're going to do is we're going to say, come home. We're going to accept you. All right?
Okay.
Ain't no players down there where you from. I could tell you ain't really, you know, just a little guidance you need. You just need a little guidance. That's all.
You'll be able to provide. You'll be able to provide me with
That's
that
all.
guidance.
It's a number ism. I'm from the crib.
Okay.
Ain't nothing but ism up here.
Okay.
Up here ain't nothing but ism. What's known don't need to be explained. You just gotta fall.
I totally agree.
Fall in line, know your place. Fall in line.
And I now know my place on the Mark the Mentor show. I know my place.
Yeah.
You have definitely put me in my place. Thank you. I needed that.
Hey, thanks for being honest and admitting it. See, now you know who calling me now. So now I got to let you go. You dig what I'm saying? I'm doing too much with you right now. I got to, hold on a second.
Uh-huh. Yes.
All right, man, I'm back. All right, man. Anything else you want from me?
No, I'm good. Thank you very much, Marcus. Nice talking to you as always.
See how your attitude changed up? I like that. I like that. Just need a little straightening. Need a little strong black to get you together. That's all.
Right. Gotcha.
All right.
All right. You have a good one.
All right. Stay blessed.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye. Hey, man. I keep telling y'all I'm different. I'm not like your favorite content creators, man. I'm not like them. We don't tolerate nothing. None of that. Like, we not with none of that, bro. On the real. Telling y'all, man. Keep telling y'all. Is that it? Anybody else want to call up? Do we got any other women, strong black women that need to talk to a strong black man to get some understanding going into 2026? Get this shit together. Got to get this shit together early, never late. You dig? You dig? We got to get this shit together early, never late. All right. I like that. This was a good one. I like that. This was a good one. I like that. Like, we not honoring none of that over here. None of it. We gonna take one more call. We gonna put the timer up and then we gotta go, man. We done did too much talking. I'm on the line. You dig what I'm saying? And did too much talking. You dig? Ty, you gonna have to watch the replay, big dog. It ain't nothing. Work. I'm getting calls and shit. You dig? It's good. It's good though. I be telling you, just let me just stop. You know what I'm saying? You dig? Oh man, I had to go through all that to get the truth out, man. Why people just can't be transparent with Big Mark? Be transparent. Don't go against it. Don't go against the word. The word is the word, man. The word is the word. Straight up. This is a good show. Shout out to J. Cole once again, man. Appreciate that super chat. Man, shout out to all my rich subscribers, man. Shout out to my rich subscribers, man. Yes, sir. Somebody wanted to call up earlier when I was talking in the lecture. Somebody wanted to call up earlier, man. I ain't gonna be here that long, bro. I gotta go, man. It's the first Monday of the year. I'm finna have to go to war at the gym for machines, bro. So I can't be too late. I gotta get there early today. He's the old Leatherface. Man, I don't remember what I said that day, but whatever I said, boy, she was bad about it. I don't know what I said. Bro, the real, bro, ain't no chicken bad finna be lifting shit out here for none of y'all niggas. I ain't never finna ain't no chicken bad finna be out here wilder for fucking lifting shit. The type of nigga I'm gonna be. And then I gotta know this shit in my head and then still label myself as a man. Hell no, bro. Tweaking. Everything, boy. Hello.
So what?
Yes, sir.
So what up?
What up?
Name is David. I'm out here from Texas, Houston, and I just got a couple questions. I got a couple questions regarding this. I'm just starting, I guess, a box truck business and trying to get everything going. I don't really have many people I can talk to about this, and figured, hey, this will be I'm just getting off work, and I see you're on.
Yeah,
man. You have a.
I'm pressed for time today, man. So I can't, I can talk. I got some time, but I may not be able to give you like an hour and stuff like I can any other time. So, but I can give you a few minutes.
Yeah. So I guess my thing is just I'm at a crossroads right now. I'm not really sure if I really should be making the jump or not, or just I have a CDL. I'm a driver for Coca-Cola, and I've been having my license for about like a year and a half now. And before I got my license, I was real set on starting up the business and putting the money together. And I guess I'm at a point now where I'm thinking, I guess is it worth venturing into that lane, going and starting it? Lanes here in Houston, the port's right here, our medical district is right here. Trying to get into some final mile or some contract work, and just trying to just pick your brain, see what opinions you might have about this.
So you drive a semi?
Yes, sir.
And you want to stop driving a semi to drive a box truck?
It's.
I mean, that's what you want.
Something I've had my.
I'm just trying to, huh?
Yeah. It's something I had my own. Coca-Cola, they have a program to help you get your license and all, and
help you get what type of license? You got a CDL already?
Your CDL. Yeah. So I was with Coca-Cola for 3 years, and got my license with Coke about a year and a half ago now. So like I said, they have a program to help you get that license. And before that, I was kind of eyeballing different content creators, looking at some of this stuff, and some people saying like, oh, you're able to just different work you can do with box trucks and kind of just local gigs,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm pulling up to 2 years now we're getting close to 2 years now with my license, and I'm just thinking like, is it something I wanna pursue? Like, still take that chance and still, I guess, start it.
Okay. What do you want? What do you want from me? Hello?
Sorry. Hello?
Yeah. So what do you need from me?
I guess it's just, like I said, I don't really have much people I can really get with for, I guess, when it comes to talking about stuff like this, or that know the business, or just that are familiar with like logistics to this extent.
You haven't asked me anything.
I've seen.
You want me to tell you if you should start a box truck business or not? Basically, that's what you want, right?
I guess, yeah. I just don't want to start this and then be like another case, another fail study. Just starting it with no real, I guess, no real plan. That goal, like the end goal, is to try and get some like some contract work or something local here, some final mile stuff in here. But it's just, how do you even, I guess, go about acquiring that? Like is it something you get before you even start, or do you just start it up and, I guess, ask around different warehouses and just things of that nature? Just trying to get the foot in the door once you got it.
Well, bro, you're gonna have to make the decision whether you want to get started on your own. I can't make that decision for you. As far as failing versus succeeding, yeah, failing can be reality if you don't go about things the right way. So you have to. I did a live stream the other day, Friday. The last stream I did before this one, measuring your risk tolerance. I think you should go watch that video, and that video will probably help you determine if you want to do this or not. Like, I don't know,
Yeah.
Do you got wife, kids? Do you got bills?
No,
Okay.
no, I don't.
All right, so then you
23.
Said what?
Living at my 23, and I'm living on my parents right now. So it's like everything I make right now, I'm kind of just giving rent to my parents.
How much do you make at Coca-Cola, bro?
We're 2-week periods bi-weekly, so it's around
a year.
2,400.
A year, bro.
Years. This year, closing to 56 after tax.
How much you make gross a year, bro?
Girl.
Did you work this 2025? Did you work the whole year in 2025?
Yeah.
How much did you make? What was your last check settlement year to date?
Pull that up. Give me a quick second. Year to date.
You got your last? Can you log in, or you got it in front of you or somewhere, and you just look at your year to date?
Pull that up. Give me a quick second. For net would be sitting at 55, pushing 56.
What's the
gross is going to be 75.5.
So how much are you expecting to make in a box truck?
Hope.
So how much you
The goal is,
make a box truck?
The goal is to for sure make more than that.
I'm asking you, what do you expect to make? What are you expecting to make?
Gross 90s, 80s, 90s.
You talking about
100s. It's just
business, or are you talking about paying yourself? What do you expect to pay yourself in a box truck? What do you expect to pay yourself in a box truck?
I guess take home within 70, 80.
You said 70?
78. It's just I'm just not entirely sure what the
market
is.
This is what's going to help me help you. So based on your research, you want to leave your job to start this business. How much do you need to bring home? How much money does this business need to pay you to make it worthwhile leaving your job? How much money do you need to get paid to make it worthwhile to leave your job? These are the questions you should ask yourself. Yes. You shouldn't leave one thing for another if it's not going to be beneficial.
Yeah.
So how much money do you have to make it worth leaving your job? You don't know?
If it's in a monthly period, then anywhere.
How much? Listen to me. How much money do you have to make in a box truck to make it worthwhile you leaving your job? We don't leave one thing unless we got something else that's better. So how much? If you don't know, just say you don't know, bro.
Not sure. Yeah.
Stay at your job. Because you want to leave your job and you don't even know why you want to leave. Here's the thing, bro. If I got a job that's making $100,000 a year in 2026, I'm not leaving that job unless I got something else that I know is going to make me more money. I'm not going to not know. Why? Because I got bills that I got to pay. So I was taking a risk, bro. So for you to ask me a question, and I already know you don't know, by the way, you can't even articulate really nothing as it pertains to why you want to leave and why you want to do this. So in my head, I already know you're not really saying nothing. So that's why I just said, let's get to the bottom of it.
Yeah.
That's why I asked you the question I got. What do you have to make in order to make it beneficial? You want to leave your job for what reason? Okay, you want to make more money? You say, man, tell me the number. But you don't even have a number. So that means you haven't put much thought into it. So stay at your job, big dog.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? You don't have no real reason to want to leave. You don't have a solid business plan. And your fear is failing. And you don't even have a reason to leave.
I mean, for sure the reason is financially, wanting to make more.
Okay. So how much do you need to make, bro?
More than what I'm making right now.
Hold on.
Making more than what I'm making right now.
That's the reason why I'm asking you the question. You making 75 gross right now, right? with benefits, right?
Yes, sir.
So your benefits package is probably pushing you in upwards of 100,000 if we include that. So let's say just minus the benefits, say 75, right?
Yeah.
Would
Yes,
you
sir.
need to duplicate that in a box truck, or would you be willing to make less or more?
Would be willing to make more.
Okay. And that's more as far as you have to pay yourself, not what the business makes, as far as what the business is able to pay you, right?
Yes, sir.
You're not gonna make that. See how simple that was? You're not gonna be able to pay yourself more than 75,000 out of a box truck. Pay yourself, not the business. The business makes money, sustains cash flow, and then put you on the payroll of $75,000 plus a year.
Okay.
See how simple that was?
Yeah. And I guess also for my current situation, like, I don't have like major expenses. I'm 23, still living with my
You
parents
missing
right
the
now.
point. You missing the point. You missing the point.
Yeah.
There's expenses that the business carries.
Mm-hmm.
Those you have to pay that first.
Yeah.
You want to go over the road, right?
Not necessarily. If I can do something local
Okay,
within that, or if I have to go local, try to stay regional.
So here's the thing. To pay yourself 75, you're looking at about $1,500 a week. About $6,000 a month.
Yeah.
So what does that truck need to gross to be able to pay you $1,500 a week? Consistently.
Over 20, no?
That answer all depends. If the truck averaged $3,500 a week, do you think you'll be able to pay yourself $1,500 of it?
No.
Okay. But you said more than what you make. So I'm just putting it at what you currently make.
Yeah.
And you want to make more than...
Oh, I get you. No, and this is it's kind of why I wanted to reach out and just kind of, I guess, just figure it.
I think you should stay at your job, bro. Just off the conversation, I just don't think you're there mentally yet.
Yeah.
I will have my way with you out here in these streets as it pertains to business. You can't really even articulate the reason why you want to do this. You can't give me a solid reason. Just you haven't really, there's no like I'm talking to you, but you can't tell me. That right there is enough for me to tell you to stay at your job.
Sure.
So it's dog eat dog out here, boy. You got to be sharp. So if you can't tell me why you want to do this, then no. But I could tell you one thing though: if you making 75 with benefits, that's going to be a hard challenge to meet with one box truck, and that's what you want to pay you. So. All right.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So, man, do a lot more research, man. You still got a lot of work to do on the research, bro.
Sure. Thank you.
All right, man. Be safe. Hey, man, you gotta find you something else to do, man. Ma'am, you gotta go find something else to do. Because you I ain't got time to play no games. You know why it's not a flex to you? Because you have it through your job. So it ain't a flex. Let me know when you can pay almost a rack out your pocket every month. And then I'm pretty sure you'll like to talk about it. Let me know when you do that. But we can't take nothing that you say at face value because we know you dance. You dance a lot. You ain't keeping it 100. See, it's a difference when you out the pocket with it. It's a different language when it's coming out the pocket. When it's coming straight out your account every month on the first, it's a difference than when they taking gibbles out your paycheck and they meeting you 50%. That's not boss talk. That's employee talk. See, we talking boss talk over here, ma'am. The language you're speaking and the language I'm speaking is two different languages. I'm speaking boss. You're speaking worker. The language is different. Ma'am, we're talking two different languages. I told you, chill. But you settle down, then you jump back in the chat, and here you go. So now I gotta put you back in your place. You're talking a different language than what we talk over here. We talk boss talk. Boss talk means we don't have nobody meeting us 50%. We ain't got nobody meeting us halfway. It's all the way over here. It's all the way over here. They taking it, they fronting it, and then they taking it out the check, and then they meeting us 50%. That's a worker language. This is boss language. And this is where the wires is getting crossed up, ma'am. And this is where you keep getting frustrated and you keep challenging, but then I keep shutting you down. This is why I keep telling you to just sit there, fold your hands, and keep your mouth closed. Ma'am, keep your mouth closed. That's the problem. Y'all want to do this, too much of this. Ain't nobody told you, man, keep your mouth closed. Stay in your place. See, you ain't had nobody to tell you, shh, 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 you doing too much of this and not enough of this. You're not going to never have it your way over here, ma'am. You never going to have it your way over here. And every time you get out of line, I'm gonna have to get you together. Cause see, you ain't had nobody to get you together. You tweaking. I don't tolerate that. I don't tolerate it. I don't tolerate that. So that's why it's not a flex for you. Over here, we're businessmen and businesswomen. So if you aspire to be a business person, which I think you are, then you have to learn the language. And the best way to learn the language is to sit there with your hands folded. And if you unfold your hands, you should have a pencil or a pen and you should be taking notes. We don't need this from you because you don't know what you're talking about. We need more of this. Open your ears and keep your mouth closed. And I guarantee you when you do that, you'll see better results. I don't know how they do it down there. But, on that note, man, line is closed. I don't want to do no more talking. You feel me? Turn that off. Let me get rid of that. I hope everybody has a blessed day. Make sure you hit that like button on the way out. Let me make sure I got everybody, all the super chats. All right, y'all. See you tomorrow. Peace.